Next is Douglas Jackson.
I'm going to request that I be allowed the time to speak before my 3 minutes, because I want to put Vice Chair Bone and Chair Sundberg on notice. Last week, after I spoke, you not only violated the Brown Act once, but twice. The first time was when Supervisor Bone leaned over and whispered to you. There's a reason why you have microphones in front of your faces. It's because this is a public meeting for the people. The second time you both violated the Brown Act was when Mr. Bone inappropriately spoke after my public comment on a matter that was not on the agenda. I'm just going to cite, because I don't have the time right now to read it, because my time's already, I'm going to lose a minute. And you can look at me that way, Rex, but it's absolutely disheartening, as well as no self-awareness. But the Brown Act, section, Government Code section 54954, parenthetically lowercase a, parenthetically 1, cites what you're not allowed to do. And you did violate the Brown Act. Okay, with that said, I see Dennis Mayo's in the audience. I see your Director of Public Works is in the audience. And I see your Deputy Director of Land Use Division is in the audience. So I'm going to go off script. And I also see Dan Johnson's in the audience. Dan needs to be publicly, I can't speak enough about Dan's service to the community. Father Doug Thompson, when I was the junior warden at Christ Church Episcopal, made glowing comments. So he was talking smack behind your back, Dan. He's gone out and got low-cost loans to build beautiful apartments. But your director's land use division, gentlemen, extorted out of Dan about $10,000 worth of work on a punch list back in 2011. And what your director was doing was he was setting me up for a false charge of insubordination, because I testified at Stan Elcock's wrongful termination hearing that your director cost the taxpayers of this county about $415,000 because he lost. Well, there was this punch list for the Health Sport project that Dan was the contractor on, doing a glorious job. There's some people in the county that don't have respect for Dan. And that individual demanded that I prepare a punch list that wasn't necessary. I've built nuclear power plants, I built bridges, I built refineries, and I came home to try to be of service to this community, and it's incredible. I only have 18 seconds left because you're going to cut me off, so I'm going to talk until you cut me off. But behind my back, a punch list, a fraudulent punch list was generated that cost Dan $10,000 to complete. It was outright extortion. And then I have a document in my personnel file, a knife against my neck.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very...
Next is Sarah Isabel.